what do you think is important after I've asked the question? So it's like I've asked a question, then what do I do next?
Just see who raises their hand and then do a follow-up question based on
Right.
that.
And this is a little bit simpler, yeah. What do I do whenever I ask a question, right after I ask a question?
Pay attention to who responds.
Yeah, listen. Listen to what they have to say. Now, that seems like goes without saying, but how many of you think you're a good listener? You raise your hand. Okay. Anybody have a spouse or a boyfriend here? Okay. So is your spouse or boyfriend a good listener? Yes. No. So what most people do whenever they say they're listening is they're planning what they're going to say next. And if you get a group of law students together, they're all talking at the same time, nobody's listening. And but at a minimum, you're listening to your little voice in your head, judging, assessing, commenting on what they have to say. Very few people have any skill level whatsoever with listening. Now I do because I'm highly trained and I practice. You know, so I'm actually a good listener. And now my wife doesn't necessarily say so. You know, my wife will say things to the effect of, you know, why don't you do what you preach? You know, why don't you practice it? But but she actually knows that I can do it. You know, and so I actually have a homework assignment, and it's not to write a report, but each one of you need to go home to your roommate, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, and then you need to ask, honey, how was your day? And then listen to what they have to say. And then when they're through talking, I want you to say, tell me more about that. I'm interested in what you have to say about that. And then they'll talk some more. And then when they're finished talking, they'll say, how did that make you feel? And then listen, they'll talk some more. And then the coup de grace, you say, what I hear you saying is, and then repeat back word for word something someone said. So if you can repeat it back word for word, you're actually listening, at a minimum, listening to the words coming out of their mouth and not your commentary. Don't try to fix their problem. Don't give your opinion about what they have to say. Don't relate an amusing anecdote that it reminds you of. Just listen to what they have to say. And then you'll probably get some good responses. I mean, you might get the response of, who are you and what have you done with my husband? It's a possibility. Or what have you done? Or is this some kind of trick? But you might get some other response. But if worst comes to worst, you say, Robert Swafford in practice court gave, this is my practice court homework. I'll say what it is, right? But you really do have to practice.